Imagine a conscious contact with God so strong that no matter what you are doing or not doing, that no matter what your kids are up to or not up to, and that whether you've got the person of your dreams or they're just not cooperating, that you are happy, content, and at peace. A space where everyone else's thoughts, attitudes, and actions are beautiful and exactly as they are supposed to be. Well, this is the space where I like to play. My name is Misha Z, and this is today's Bitch Slap. Join me as I shed light on the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that are causing you pain, and we train our minds to go to the capital S inner self, the joy that is waiting for us, the God within. Walking and recording. My second favorite thing to do. Actually, I'm not even sure what my first favorite thing to do is, but I thought that just sounded good. The old Shure MV88 mic. Another shameless plug. This episode is about capitulating and staying flexible and being willing to change. In the line of fire, being willing to change. I can be stubborn sometimes. And then, there's nuances within being willing to change and stubbornness and I guess I'll get to all of that. So, of course, I have my summit in production. Registration is open. You can actually go there and register. toolsforagoodlifesummit.com. toolsforagoodlifesummit.com to register for said summit. And the actual summit goes down August 4th through the 6th. If you are listening to this episode past the 4th through the 6th, you can still go register for the summit and instantly watch all the amazing speakers. 20 speakers dropping all kinds of bombs. Awesome. Anyhow, so I'm at the point of promotion, getting ready for the live dates of the summit, and one of my main speakers, Craig Weiner, who does EFT, emotional freedom technique, and tapping, as well as other stuff. Just an amazing man, super powerful, just has so much good insight and ways to, apply tools for a good life. So he obviously does talk a lot about tapping because that's his main modality, but he's been a chiropractor for decades and in practice for decades, so just a wealth of knowledge, and I was excited to have him promote to his audience. And that's one thing you hope with the summits, is that all these speakers promote to their audience so we can gain momentum and have a large gathering and then share. The audiences get exposure to other ideas, techniques. It's good for everybody. Win. And so on my registration page, just in case, as you know, we have the Bitch Slap, the Accelerated Path to Peace podcast, which can be off-putting to people. It can be off-putting, especially in the current environment where, people are sensitive to, there's some sensitivity out there right now, well-deserved sensitivity. So Craig was doing a little bit of promotion, and he was getting some feedback from some of his audience, like, hey, this Misha character and his podcast, Bitch Slap, that's kind of offensive. Like, what are you doing, Craig? Aligning yourself with this, and that can be hard to hear. It can absolutely be hard to hear, and Lord knows I have heard it myself enough. And, he was very gracious in saying, hey, what's the deal? Explain this to me. And Craig and I had been working hard. We've been working together on this summit to just have it be as awesome for all involved as possible. And so, we were talking about the bitch slap name, and I explained it. It's about spiritual transformation. It's about pivoting from those hard times in life and growing in a spiritual manner, like when the universe cracks you on the side of the melon. And I think risk reward for him, he's like, yeah, I'm getting enough pushback. I think my audience is very sensitive to this, and perhaps I'll need to hold off on promoting further, which I totally get and understand and respect and love, and God bless him for communicating too, right? Like, some speakers can just drop off the face of the earth. You still alive? Or, hey, that's the nature of some things. But so Craig communicating and trying hard and being willing to compromise, as a friend said to me. And so this was a couple nights ago. I believe this was Sunday night, perhaps maybe Saturday night, I don't know. And where we were going back and forth. And so I slept on it, obviously journaled about it, prayed about it, woke up, meditated, and did my Course in Miracles reading. And I had this massive inspiration. I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so easy for me on the registration page at the very bottom where I say, hey, I'm the creator and host of the Bitch Slap the Accelerated Peace podcast, and we're about transformation. Why not say, so I've got a company, it's called Be Love Media. My email address, belove.media. So I'm like, well, wait a minute, why am I not talking about I'm the creator and director of Be Love Media, which is actually producing the summit? And this might be one of those moments where everybody says, duh, Misha, hello. But to me, it was pure inspiration. And then the other spot where I reference bitch slap was in the introduction video to the summit on the registration page. And I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so easy for me to to adjust that bit of video as well. I've actually gotten quite proficient at video editing. I'm going to tell you what's hilarious. 4 months ago, maybe it was 3 months ago, when I found my who, Andrea, and was in full commitment on producing the summit and following through with it, because I had been called to serve, and someone let me know I'm being selfish if I quit. So anyway, Andrea's like, well, you can use, if you don't want to hire someone to do all the editing and all that, you can do it in iMovie. And I opened up iMovie, and it was brutal. iMovie was brutal. We're going to call this the end of part 1. I'm going to continue with part 2. More to be revealed. Thank you for spending time with me today. As someone who is committed to growth and service to this world, I so appreciate your willingness to come with me, go within, and serve our world through change. If you found value in this podcast and you know someone who can use this message, share this episode with them. Share it so our mission can be achieved one episode at a time. And of course, subscribe so you can hear more. And lastly, for more resources on what has helped me on my journey and can help you on yours, go to belove.media/resources. That's BELOVE.media/resources. Thank you again for listening.